Hello, my good people. I'm back with a spoiler edition of Beyond Evil that is on Netflix. It's a 16 episode series, 1 hour long. I watched it in subtitles. It's a crime detective drama thriller. Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about it. Let's see. I'm going to probably start with fixing my hair first, and then I'm going to start with plot, characters, miscellaneous. But immediate, immediately, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I probably will rewatch it down the road because after that in freaking incredible ending, um, yeah, I need to go back and look at the Muck. Something Muck, the killer. I need to go back and look at him and see how he was acting, and just look at all the ways that our main character was acting super suspect there. I need to pull up an IMDb because let's face it, these South Korean names are a challenge sometimes. They say them so quick, but plot first. I rate it high up here on the scale of enjoyment. It was, I mean, first of all, it started off with a banger of a song. Are you kidding me? I loved it. Watched it every episode. It just fit the vibe. Right then, when you can start an episode and it's super enjoyable from the very beginning, you're in for it. Just like game, you're in for good quality. Possibly being biased here. I have no idea. I guess that's super subjective. um, but yeah, so plot. I feel like this whole series, 16 episodes, was split maybe like from episode 1 through 6, and then 7 through 16. It focused on 1 through 6 focused on finding the active serial killer that's been in hiding for 20 years. Incredible mystery. They literally went through every character that possibly they suspected every character. I mean, the main character acting like a total loon. A little bit of a gripe about that, but acting like a total nutcase for sure by episode 3 or whatever. I can't even remember what it was. I knew he killed. I knew he was part of it. He was a killer. And then nope, he was just withholding all the information so he could do it and solve it himself. Um, I'm pretty sure the new detective that came in. Okay, so let me say, the lunatic detective is Lee Dong Shi. Lee Dong Shi. They say it so quick. That's why it's so hard. And then the other one is Han Ju Wo, is the pretty boy detective, and I imagine at some point I thought he killed uh, Lee Dong Shi's sister. I mean, there was just so many like fa- hidden little red flags. I guess red herrings. I guess that's the right term. Cause to make it look like it's something's obvious, but it's not really. Um, or not obvious, but they're suspect, but they're not really. But yeah, the first 6 episodes they focus on finding the serial killer in these little tiny plots, and I really like this type of storytelling. I feel like they kind of started at the end and wrote backwards. Total guess, no idea, really, truly. But I enjoyed how every time you got a little bit more information, they would show a little bit more of that scene. The only one that comes to mind is the very last scene with the his sister getting hit by a car, but I know they did it in other scenes where they would just show a little bit, show a little bit of the past, and then move on, go to the present, and then they'd find someone else would say something, and then they'd show a little bit more of the past, and it would slowly unfold on who was doing what or why they were doing it. So I just enjoyed that type of style. I mean, it was just because you knew, oh boy. I mean, granted, it was an awesome, maybe a little bit too awesome or too much of a recap, but they recapped the hell out of some. I mean, you really got an understanding of what was going on because you saw it 30 times. Um, but I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't distracting at all. So episode 1 through 6, all about finding, the whatever his mook. See, I'm gonna try to find it here and take Kangjin Mook. And he just like blended in with just unsuspecting. I had no idea. Would have never guessed it in the beginning. Unbelievable that he killed his daughter and then killed who knows how many people. But he didn't kill what got this all. Well, I guess the fingers got it all started, but what got this all started was the initial girl, Li Dongshi's sister. Whatever. I can't. I was trying to find her name, but I'm just gonna call her his sister. And so then that's where the second. I gotta fix my beard here. That's where the second part of half of it comes in, and that's all. Like, really, it was truly. I feel like most of it was focused on after his initial message, after Mook's message in the cell. Okay, all of a sudden he's committed suicide. How did he commit suicide? Um, who gave him the fishing line? Who did this? Who did that? Oh my God, more people are dying. The captain, the police chief, dude, I didn't see that one coming. That one hit right here in the feels. I really liked his character. He was just, and then come to find out, he was just protecting Li Dongxi the whole time because of an error, a gross mistake he made because he got a false report or whatever. I don't know if you knew it but he was just doing everything he could to make sure that Lee had a not uninterrupted, a just a decent future because he screwed it up for so long. And it just what a great character. And then for him to be killed, I mean murder and went all the way to the end. I mean, the chief at the end dying in the bathtub. Oh my God. But plot. Stay focused, Eric. Plot. Yeah. So then you come to who the fishing line. That's what I'm looking for. Who did the fish? Who gave him the fishing line? Who's killing the police chief? What's going on? All of a sudden, I killed all these people. This is the killer saying this. I killed all these people, but I did not kill your sister. What? Even to his grave, he took that. Even to his grave, he admitted to not killing her. And now we're off to the races to another mystery. But now, this is where I said it's like a little more thriller. Is that in the beginning it was who is doing these murders, and I mean it was thriller, but it was just, I feel like it was more mystery. But now I feel like the pace is up, like the stakes are up. Now we know that he's killed everybody, but who's doing that? Who started this? And then first you thought it was his friend with running her over. You get the autopsy report that she was hit in the legs. He couldn't have done that. But then you get this whole conspiracy of crime between the police, the commander in chief and the mayor or whatever she was in JL Construction. Dude, I love that dude. Plays an incredible thug. I'll get to these in the characters, but so really I don't have just the plot. Like, it's been a week and a half, but the mysteries and the oh, I just realized this is gonna whatever. The mystery, my camera. This is probably now I'm gonna bug whoever this is. There's a gap here, but there's no. I must have got bumped my camera. I'm in it. It's too late to fix it. But just the mystery upon mystery, and the pretty boy dude said it. You know, he suspects every. You know, if there's a a reasonable suspicion, then I'm gonna suspect him. And they did that to literally everyone, even the butcher shop girl. I mean, she was asleep upstairs, but she had no alibi, and everybody was just so intertwined in this small town murder. Yeah, I love. I thought it was funny in the very beginning. I guess this was intentional. I mean, it definitely was. I don't know if it's ironic. I don't know what. I guess that would be the term. I don't really know. But how Li Dongxi in the beginning is telling the rookie Hanjuo that there's cameras everywhere. You're always being watched. Everyone always knows what's going on. Just watch what you say. Well, 30 whatever how many murders were going on, all this corruption. Okay. There is nothing being watched. There is no cameras on in like the most obvious places, or the not obvious places, but in certain places. In this giant reed field, you'd think they'd have a camera beamed in right on there, especially if they found a body there before under that street lamp. But they made sure to mention plenty of times that there's no cameras. And but it was just a good story, and everything made sense. I don't look too far into things, so it doesn't seem like there's a big plot hole or anything. I'm thinking of like the police chief, deleting footage, but him having to delete the footage to focus on that crime, so they don't see what he really did when he came in there or something. Like it was just the little stuff. Um, yeah, good beginning. Just a lot of some setup, a lot of character names, and especially for me was difficult just because English speaking to really. Even at the end, I still had trouble when they would reference the mayor lady or Haiwa J or whatever her name was, the butcher lady. It was still kind of hard to keep track of all that, but that's why I need to rewatch it and because then now I'll really understand. But I'd never felt lost because of all the recapping, and I really enjoyed it. And then the ending. I mean, we got a great ending. I wasn't sure they were gonna actually destroy the police chief like they did, but they got him in cuffs, and I'm glad that the rookie cop stuck to his beliefs and justice above crime or whatever, justice above family, and because all that stuff he's been preaching the entire season. And I mean, it was a moral dilemma, but he definitely, they convicted him. And then you get that little end, and then Li Dongxi, him, the main hardboiled cop, turning himself in at the end, doing what's right. I mean, kudos to him. I don't know if I could have done it, but turning himself in, spending a year in there because he was convicted, but he did it for a reasonable cause to catch the killer, even though he kind of sacrificed her life. They caught him. Those are the scales. The scales. That's a difficult choice to make, and he still would at the end. I just like his character. He's a good, like he's not. He's amoral. He's not self-right or righteous. Like he's willing to break the law to see justice done. He doesn't have a cardinal rule he follows. He's just that made it enjoyable, and so it made him able to. I'm talking about characters, but it somehow ties into how good the story is. It just made things, like things weren't by the book sometimes, and so the plot was able to progress. tied it in. That's it. That's what I was looking for right there. So yeah, I mean, really just incredibly satisfying ending all the way. I was super glad that the police commissioner or whatever got convicted. I'm glad they waited till the end, like to where he was on top to bring him all the way down. That was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed that plot, that scheme to just utterly ruin him, and him about to kill himself and not able to pull the trigger. Ah, it was satisfying. What a satisfying ending. So, I'm sure I left out some stuff, but I don't want this to be an hour long. Characters. I've talked a little bit about everyone. Lee Dong Shi. Lee Dong Shi. Lee Dong Shi. Lee Dong Shi. They say him really fast. That was Lee Dong Shi. Um, Great character. Both him and the other detective were great characters. He just he was a lunatic. I mean, he just had that crazy, intentionally crazy. He had an incredibly traumatic past with his sister and him being suspected and turning literally the whole town turned against him, and he wasn't even proven guilty. So his past was just so traumatic, and he was, but then he would, and that's what the police chief, the Nambe, whatever he Song Nambe, what he said is just I keep him here. He's a pain in my ass, but I keep him here because he stands out in the rain for 8 hours to help that mentally handicapped guy, not get wet. And he goes and he finds the guy with Alzheimer's in the weeds, and he's just got this code that he sticks by, and he acts like a freaking loon. And but that was a nice. He was just a different character. You don't see many crazy detectives. At least I don't. Well, I don't watch every detective show out there, so I don't know. I'm sure there might be some, but yeah, he was just a good character. But I think I think they probably could have made made this season 8 episodes if he didn't intentionally act like a freaking loon. Like granted, great smile. The dude had like that just pure evil smile. He like for a while, he might have been beyond evil. He kind of was. He did some evil things, but the fingers, man. How are you gonna like pick up fingers and place them yourself? But I feel like if he was a little more transparent, things might have gone a little more smoothly for him. I don't know. I know he was kind of like holding his cards back, didn't want to play his ace yet. But I thought he was a great character. With his his relationships with everybody else, going to the ramen shop, and just having a good time. There was just such a family that was utterly broken up. Um, Very dynamic. I mean, he definitely formed a friendship with Hanju Wo in the end, and kind of respected him in the end. And I feel like he did things. He had a character arc. He had his own um, changes that went on throughout. I've not watched it enough, and it's been too long that I don't quite remember, but they were there, I'm sure. So Hanju Wo, rookie cop, pretty boy, dad's the police commissioner. I get, but kind of don't mention my dad. I don't want anything to do with him. I'm not in his shoes. I don't want to be in his shoes. I want to come up on my path, my own way, gain my own respect without him. And yeah, made mistakes in the past and killed somebody in the past. And I forgot about the other main character, lost his partner. But Hanju Wo, he led someone to their death, and it just utterly crushed him. I mean, the weight on his shoulders, just like, I mean, that's all he could think about. But he had a character change, just his little wiping everything off, and making everything clean to where in the end he's going to find people with Alzheimer's and he's stepping in the mud and doing whatever it takes to be a police officer. That's his redemption. That's what he's that's what he wants to do. And so he had a great arc. He came out on top. Um, Gripe about him is I feel he, even when he suspected Lee Dong-shi of murdering his sister and murdering everybody and being a total psychopathic killer and not knowing what he's thinking, him going into his basement and explaining his entire plan and everything he's found out about him, and I still suspect you, but let me tell you everything I know, and here's all my cards. Wait. Here's a card too. These are all my cards. So now I've put myself at a disadvantage. Whereas he could have saved himself a huge headache multiple times if he just shut up and did his own investigating and didn't go over to Lee Dong-shi's basement and cry. Drama. I mean, that was the drama that I could have done without sometimes. Like, we don't need to see him crying. I get it. It's emotional. This is an emotional case, but okay. I mean, whatever. Men cry. So yeah, those two characters. But I really like their partnership and how in the end they did become friends and they became partners that stick through it, thick or thin, and got it done, man. Found the killer of that 20-year case, and then the hit and run that started it all. Like, good lord, what a ride, man. What a ride. That's probably I guess that's in plot too, but that whole thing at the end, I'm going wait, that'd be forward. I'm going back to plot for a minute. That whole thing with that last 6 episodes with that freaking car and JL Construction being there for both of them and just getting hit by the deer. I think I already mentioned this, but I mean, it's just real. It's really setting in right now how incredible that was. Just wrong place at the wrong time. Both of them drunk. And so many people got involved in so much garbage at that point in time. Report that because he dropped because Park Jong Jae dropped a guitar pick. It got the one police officer involved and the police chief involved, and then Nam Song Bae. Is that what it is? Nam Song Bae involved, and Nam Song Bae. I remembered it. It just got what a catalyst. I mean, a hit and run. Just and it started an avalanche. Really, I loved it. Oh, I loved it. What a great show. So, a great back to forward again, back to characters. A great group of side characters. The police chief. I mean, killed it. Just so sympathetic, and or is it empathetic? You felt for him, and you felt for his plight, and he just wanted to be a good chief and protect his men, and he was strong at times, and just kind of wanted it all to end and would do what it takes to end it all, and then goes and dies, goes and gets himself killed, but leaves a clue behind or something. I think I can't remember, a text or a recording behind. I don't remember. Yeah, this whoever kills me is gonna kill somebody else or something. And I really he was awesome. Um, Most of the butcher girl, I really liked her. I kind of really wanted to. I don't usually ship romance. I could really sometimes I don't care. It's whatever. It doesn't do. It's whatever. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not. But man, I wanted that butcher girl to get with that young detective. Like it was there. The spark was there, but he might be asexual. I don't know if he's. Who knows? But yep, that's the drama we didn't get. They missed out on more drama. um, but I really liked her character. She was just sweet and kind of just again when she found out about all the texts that Lee Dong Shi sent in her shop while they were eating ramen. Um, she was in it. Like this dude came and gave me my mother's bracelet, and I know what's going. He is the killer. I know what's going on. I believe you guys, and you know now we think that Park Jong Jae he killed just these relationship that you got an intimate look at were just ripped apart, and everyone suspected everyone by the end of it because you just didn't know. Everyone had a secret that they were. Everybody had a secret they were hiding, and made for some good TV. But the butcher girl, I liked her. I liked the detective lady. I'll never remember her name. Yu Jai. That was the butcher girl. Oh Ji Hwa. I feel like there is no way of knowing. Excuse my ignorance if there's anybody from South Korea watching this. But is it easy to tell like a male name from a female name? Lee. Okay, I got Lee. Lee's easy, but Joe Gilju Go Joe Song Yu Sun Nam Yu OG Hun. OG Hun I think is the one. Nam Yun Su. That sounds like a woman. Maybe. There's not really Nam Yun Su, but then there was Nam Song Bae. Excuse my ignorance. It's tricky for me. But I liked, they were friends. They were all friends investigating their friends, but she did what she had to do and find who was guilty and prosecute and arrest who was guilty even, but then still helping her friends out and still believing in her friends, and friendship's adorable, truly is. Just trying to think of everyone who's in like the coffee shop. Oh, are you kidding me? Muck, Nom, whatever his name was, the serial killer. I'm forgetting about him. That dude crushed it. Just, I don't like. I, I don't. I'm just. I got extreme anxiety, and I don't like talking to people in front of their. I don't like. I can't looking at people, and that's what's gonna make me. What's gonna make them believe me, because I look weak. What? That scene at the end where he's talking to the councilwoman, and he's like, I need to. I need the key to the gate to your land. Why? So I can murder some bodies. Or yeah, so I can murder people and plant their bodies there. That's why. That's why I act weak. Dude has been acting like this way for what? For years, acting weak as heck so people believe him, and then putting himself out there in these people's pictures to make it look like he's an upstanding citizen. Actor of the Year award right there for best undercover serial killer. Like, I mean, he nailed it. Unsuspected him for so long, and then what's funny? I don't remember why all of a sudden it's just they found a body to the one woman in the reed field. I guess is what really started it. I don't know what. Oh, and the new detective coming in to look into it all. But yeah, just eight ramen or meat, whatever it was, with them in the shop and cooked dinner for with them and chopped the meat and did all this stuff and watched Lee Dong Shi's mother. And when his daughter got murdered, he wanted to hire Han Ju-wo as a separate entity detective, and the dude had his bases covered. And I mean, he was just up against some two really good detectives, or a force. He was up against a force, but what an incredible serial killer. I mean, I loved it. I loved how he just faked that extreme social introvertedness, and you know, I'm gonna kill people, so give me the key. Then he got serious and talked normal. Like, oh my god, dude was awesome. What a great serial killer actor. um. So yeah, really, I think I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, okay. So the councilwoman. Oh my god, like you talk about a tiger mom. Jeez, was she annoying? But I gotta hand it to her. She protected her baby and did anything and everything to protect her son. Wild. I mean, covered up a murder, uh, planted fake evidence, or obstructed evidence, obstructed justice. Um, I mean, was just the got the raw deal of a century when the chief, like, for 20 years bribed her, blackmailed her, and all this in the jail construction. But yeah, she was a great actress. She killed it, and just beyond evil. I mean, some of these people truly were just did all that for her son, but then like you didn't have any remorse that it was a dead body, that like it was her son's girlfriend, or it was just she just. I mean, tunnel vision. Her son was the at the end of the tunnel, and that she didn't care who got murdered, who he killed. Did I don't that's not important. I'm for the people. I'm not really, though. Such a diverse cast. The police commissioner. I mean, rigid, strong-willed, and perfection. Didn't want a stain on his blank slate. Um, did whatever it could to get to the top. I mean, no matter what, even that it is running over a girl and killing her and hiding it and planning getting rid of her body and then wanting to kill everyone else, wanting to kill the guy who knew about it, and all, like, holy cow, dude, he was ruthless. I mean, he was beyond evil, but I mean, at the end of it, you were like, holy cow. I love it. They show Park Jong Jae hitting the body. Oh wait, the next time you see that clip, oh, you see the commissioner. Now he hit her. Oh, and then you see jail construction dude. He witnessed it and how he disposed of the body. Oh wait, he left her in the car, and the serial killer came and stole her back and planted her in the wall. Oh, oh, there's just so many different threads, so many different just directions. They kept it muddled as all heck until the very end. They kept you on they kept you on that fishing line the entire way. Um, oh, so the the jail construction. He was in Squid Game, and Ojuha. You know, IMDb, you think there would be a picture of it? Lee Chang-jin? Heo Sung-tae. Yeah, Lee Chang-jin. That's not him. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at a picture. That is him. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Ignore the screen, how dirty it is. That's him. That's the thug that's in Squid Game. And wow, he doesn't look like a thug there. He doesn't look like someone you'd want to beat to a pulp. Who just grates on you. That dude can play one heck of a thug, man. He is awesome. I loved him. His character was so badass, ruthless. I love the like dressing dressing to the nines. I feel like that's the right way to say it, but I don't know. Dressing to the yeah, dressing just like he's king, but he's literally broke. Has no money, but just cannot let anyone think any differently of him. And then that whole fake limp the entire time, just like the serial killer's fake disorder there, and just that whole limp, and that scene of him on the dock running that 30 foot or whatever and about to club the chief, and then Lee Dong Shi, good day for fishing, or totally interrupt, totally, and then ended up recording it the whole time. Dude, playing 4D chess here, man. What a just. I don't even know how he'd know he was gonna be there, but he just set that camera up, right? But dude, I loved it. It just the amount of people he killed, the fact that he was gonna hide that girl's body, the girl who got hit by a car. I've said so many South Korean names that I don't know what Lee Dong Shi sister hide her body. I was gonna say something about that scene again, but now I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, and then killing the chief, making it look like a suicide, and just, I mean, you get in his way, you're gonna get killed. Just an absolute mafia thug, and just the dirty work guy. I mean, when you need dirty work done, he's your guy. But you better do what he wants, because he'll make sure that you do. He was a freaking odd, but he was just there at the right time. He was the right man to call and got dirt on everybody. The councilwoman, the police commissioner. I mean, just, and then it, ended up being a sham the whole time, because he never actually did anything. He just faked it for 20 years that he actually got it all taken care of, and he didn't. But this is a really long video, so that's all I'm going to talk about for characters. Park Jong Jae, he was kind of a baby. I get it, traumatic past, hit a deer, but he just whined a lot. Yeah, really a lot. I think every time he was on screen, he whined. He did have some pretty good scenes where he was at that one Namsang Bay's house on the lake or something, and said, I just want to die every day. Like, all right, man. Yeah, okay, I don't hate you anymore. You got some depth. You're not just, trauma because, I guess, okay, whatever. PTSD because he ran over his girlfriend. Yes, I get it. That's legit for sure. But, I don't know. Just a lot of crying sometimes. But yeah, really, I think that's all the characters. I cannot remember. I wish I could pause this and then resume it once I remember what I was going to say. Music, I mentioned this in the spoiler-free review. I feel like there was only 3 songs, happy, sad, and dramatic, or when they're on the cusp of the verge of finding out something important, drama, I guess, whatever. But that's one thing I did note. I noticed it quite often. I think the girl was throwing eggs at the pretty boy, and I think there was some dramatic music that was playing. I'm exaggerating. I don't think there was in that scene, but there was some scenes that were like, why are they playing this music? But yeah, I really like the songs. Don't get me wrong, I didn't mind hearing them. I just, whatever. Let's see. The opening song, a banger. I loved it. Um, the food like the ramen. I need a place to find authentic ramen or whatever miso broth ramen, whatever. Like I think I can't remember all they. First of all, they eat a lot of soup or drink a lot of. They eat a lot of soup. I feel like every meal was soup with. Well, I guess that's ramen, but with the meat and then put it in grill the meat in soup. I don't know what it's called, but I don't feel like there was many solid foods that they consumed. I don't know, just something funny. Um, yeah, I was extremely jealous or envious that they had so much ramen. I could eat that stuff every day, guarantee every day for sure. With the steak, like how they do the little grill, and yeah, I could live on soup. I could live on whatever they ate in this show all the time. Uh, yeah, so music, the food. I don't really think. Man, I wish I could pause this because I know there's something else I'm missing. I don't really think there's anything else. Uh, but that whole I just said the whole serial killer. Oh man, who's the serial killer? And then the ending where they just keep revealing more and more of the car wreck, and then finally bringing him down. It was just a good show, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm sure I'm missing something. If you have any good moments that you enjoyed that I didn't mention, let me know. But yeah, that's my extremely long opinion. I can't make them any short. I can't make them very short. I never can. So hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did, or not. Let me know. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.